radiological fallout. People living around potential targets such as military bases and chemical plants may be advised to evacuate. Protection from radioactive fallout will require taking shelter in an underground area or in the middle of a large building.
Can I get 2 cheeseburgers and a medium Coke Zero?
Space where the walls and roof are thick and dense enough to absorb
No, that's all.
the more distance and time you put between you and the
Thank you.
fallout particles, the better. After radiological or nuclear fallout, you shouldn't leave your shelter until officials say so.
How's it going? Thanks, have a good day. One of the interesting things that's happened since I got this A7IV is just how much more inspired I am to film myself. I don't think I even realized how much my older cameras, whether it was the Pocket 4K, the Lumix S5, or my Fuji cameras even, were holding me back from just getting out and shooting. Unless you're new to the channel, you know that like my whole thing is like I want the least amount of barriers between what's in my brain and what comes into the camera. So I don't want to be frustrated throughout that entire process. And you know, it sounds stupid, but it's something as this simple as autofocus, it makes a world of difference. I now can have an idea and immediately just pick up my camera, run outside and film that thing and not worry in the slightest of whether or not I was actually in focus. On top of that, I don't need to hire anybody or ask anybody for help. I can just do this entirely from start to finish all by myself. I'm just really excited to make things at this particular moment. The fact that I can just grab this camera and pop it wherever I need to go and I know the image is going to look great. That's exciting. And really, you can do this with any camera. Of course, there's apps and all this kind of stuff to control your cameras for focus on other bodies. But for me, just like I said in my review of this camera, I want the cinema camcorder. I want the simplicity of a point and shoot cinema camera, essentially. And I really do feel that this A7IV is that. On top of that, I'm also using really, really cheap prime lenses. These are just a couple Rocketons that I picked up and they've been working fantastic. Will I do a review of them? Probably not. Will I use them for client projects? I don't think so. But for the purpose of this and for YouTube videos and little short films and stuff for YouTube and for the internet, I'm not complaining. I think they look fantastic for that purpose. And so with this newfound, energy and whatever this is happening right now in terms of actually filming things, that's what I want to do moving forward. I really want to do more of these weird little shorts that maybe don't have a whole lot of meaning to them. It's just something fun to do on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, whatever day I decide to actually film something. And I like to pull references. I see something and I go, oh, I would like to be able to see if I can pull something like that off. So the two references for this little Cheeseburger film was the show Master of None, but Moments in Love, that one in particular. I just absolutely love the sort of tableau feel of these episodes. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. Everything's beautifully shot on film in 4:3, and there's a scene where one of the main characters just sits there eating a hamburger in the car. And I was like, fuck, I love that. That's just like something I do. I just sit and eat a hamburger in the car sometimes. So I'm like, I want to see if I can pull that off. But I wanted to put my little bit of a spin on it. So I pulled a reference from a movie that I really like called Sweet Virginia. And if you haven't seen this movie, please check it out as well. But there's this wonderful one take sort of fight scene from a car perspective. So it's just a car driving through an alley and they had it on some sort of rotation gimbal rig, whatever. And they just sat in that car and like literally just tracked this sort of whole fight that happens within the perspective from the car. And I just always love that shot from the back seat right as this shot starts. So making this little short of me eating a cheeseburger was just my homage to two things that I really liked and I was inspired by. And so I would suggest to you, if you see something in a movie, a TV show, wherever, and you're like, oh, I really like how that looks, instead of just putting it in your brain and being like, okay, that's a good reference for when I have to film something someday, actually try to film that thing that you saw. Because now you know the skill and the tool set to pull that off, and it's in your brain at that point to actually have the skill set to do it. So it's not just this reference that sits in a PDF or a keynote or something like that. It actually is something that you are capable of doing, and it increases your confidence, increases your knowledge, and you made something. It's fun to make things. Even if they don't have a huge amount of meaning, you still made something. That to me is really important as a creator and a filmmaker. So I hope you like this little video. We're gonna do more of this stuff moving forward. Hope you're having a good 2022. It was honestly one of the worst cheeseburgers I've ever eaten. Sorry, McDonald's, but that was ass, pure ass cheeseburger. I got two of them. I ended up giving one to my girlfriend, and I don't know, she liked it. It was freezing cold. For me, garbage ass cheeseburger, but we do it for the art. It's for the art, right? Anyways, my name's Patrick Tommaso. We'll see you soon. That's the cheeseburger coming out. Decaf. Peace out.